Everything I hear from the outside world always comes back to preschool and teaching our kids the social emotional skills they need to be productive members of society, not just as 3 and 4-year-olds, but as adults. And research does show that if we give our kids the tools that they need to be able to problem solve, to be able to be critical thinkers, know how to advocate for themselves, and to be able to get along with one another, our community as a whole will be better as they become adults.
To be at school, you have to have those foundational skills. You have to be able to sit if you want to be able to write your name. You have to be able to be at circle time if you want to be able to sing your ABCs.
If children can't control their emotions or identify their emotions or calm themselves down when they get upset, that's going to overpower everything else they're thinking.
A 3-year-old probably recognizes happy and sad or mad. So we need to train them to talk about frustrated or disappointed or embarrassed, because actually you might be mad because you're embarrassed about something. To actually name those feelings is really important. It gives them strength.
If children don't have the words, they will communicate through their behavior. And sometimes their behavior isn't always appropriate, and it can be dangerous and it can be hurtful. So with social skills that build competence and confidence, that results in self-esteem. When kids have self-esteem, they have more friends and they isolate less.
The Early Childhood Development Collaborative is a multi-county collaboration spearheaded by Bright Futures, with a goal to better leverage resources and to take a collective approach to strengthening early childhood development across the San Juan region of Colorado.
Imagine the possibilities if every child entering kindergarten had a strong social-emotional foundation. Thanks to Pyramid Model, we're laying this very foundation so children can thrive not only in school but throughout life.
I have been a fan of the Pyramid for over 10 years. It's one of the few programs I've seen that really impact how teachers teach and what the learning environment looks like for kids.
I would describe the Pyramid Model as a system of concrete supports that are given to teachers, administrators, children, parents, and classrooms in general that really help us work within our curriculums.
Traditional schooling might touch on the topic of social emotional skills, but it doesn't dive into the depths that Pyramid does and the skills that Pyramid gives us.
The Pyramid Model is what teachers do all day long. How they interact with children, how they teach children social emotional skills, and how they respond when challenging behavior does occur.
It's nice to have a framework that everyone's working off of. You can still individualize it to meet the needs of your classroom, but the foundational pieces are all there.
The Pyramid Model is a framework of evidence-based practices that early childhood teachers use to promote social emotional development and school readiness in young children. The Early Childhood Development Collaborative has adapted this national model by offering in-person training and coaching to teachers within childcare and preschool programs. The framework starts by creating a strong foundation for all young children by developing the teacher's ability to create supportive relationships and classrooms. From there, teachers learn proven methods to teach social emotional skills. The top of the Pyramid Model is comprised of strategies that are used for intensive interventions for the 5% of children who need further support. Together, these strategies help educators support all children in developing their social emotional skills.
If we take our calendars and our cell phones away from us as adults, we know the anxiety we might feel. That's the same as if you take a schedule or a routine away from a kiddo.
What we try to do is tell the children what we want them to do instead of what not to do. Instead of saying don't run, we're going to say use your walking feet. Instead of don't climb, keep your feet on the floor.
A lot of times as adults we are very wordy, and sometimes it's easier just to simplify it with a picture.
The skills that we expressively teach are on these solution rings that are around the room. With the visuals, they can see what's going to be happening next, and it's in their control.
We all use picture schedules, we all have routines, we all use Tucker Turtle for calming down, we all have the same problem-solving strategies.
With the use of Pyramid and the tools they provide us, like our daily schedule, our first and then boards, and a transitional object, You'll hear kids in the classroom saying, hold on, I'm gonna go get the solution ring, or I'm gonna get a timer. They really have learned how to become problem solvers on their own, and teachers can take a step back and watch them blossom.
Coaching is key to the successful implementation of the pyramid model within early learning classrooms. Pyramid model coaches work one-on-one with teachers to set goals and develop and implement social-emotional strategies proven to increase social-emotional development and decrease challenging behaviors.
Having a coach come into my classroom has been amazing. It keeps me on my toes. It reminds me of what I'm doing.
Coaching has been invaluable for me. You can give me the tools, you can tell me what they are, and I can punch it into my computer and look it up, but it's not going to be the same as having a coach one-on-one in there to not only help me, guide me, but also just to give me that encouragement when you're feeling like maybe things aren't going so well.
With the first 5 years of life being the most rapid pace for brain development, we have a small window to make a tremendous impact in a child's life. So why not use this time wisely by elevating early childhood education and creating opportunities for every child to thrive?